Examples of particles that have high interactions are ionic compounds. And we learned about ionic compound before, right? And ionic compounds so contain cation and anion. They are arranged nicely in a rigid framework we call lattice, right? The cation and anion have interaction to one another, so they attract one another like that. The interaction is relatively high, okay? And that makes the interaction between the positive and negative are strong, and that result in a high boiling point. Let's take a look at some of the boiling point. So sodium chloride, if you know, sodium +1, chloride -1. So the boiling point is about 1,000, right? Calcium +2 and chloride -1. So the interaction is stronger because the charge is higher charge right here. So higher Q, so higher Coulombic force. Okay, calcium oxide is even higher because the cation has +2, oxide has -2, so the boiling point shoot up to 2,850 degrees Celsius. Not always true, right? But it's something you can look for. So a high charge usually have a higher boiling point. Ionic compound by itself in a solid form cannot conduct electricity, but if you melt it, so become molten. When you melt it, the positive and cation and anion can move. So cation can move to the negative pole, and anion can move to the positive pole, and allows it to be able to conduct electricity. All right. Now go back to the solid form. So I mentioned before, solid form of ionic compound cannot conduct electricity, but if you dump it in water and it is soluble, so pure water cannot conduct electricity. Sodium chloride by itself is like a solid form, cannot conduct electricity. But if you put this sodium chloride, dissolve it into water, cation and anion break apart, if you remember, right? And cation can move to the negative pole, then anion can move to the positive pole and allows it to be able to conduct electricity. Okay, so basically the ionic compound by itself cannot conduct electricity. If you want it to be able to conduct electricity, you'd either melt it or make it become a solution. We call electrolyte solution. All right. Now we're going to talk about the metallic compound.